Now, where does eating disorder fit into this? It's pretty obvious at almost every single level, right? So as you lose self-identity, that, and that erodes at the cellular level, interestingly, there's an immediate impact on serotonin and dopamine production at your gut lining, which produces over 90% of your serotonin in your body and over 50% of the dopamine. So here we are giving everybody antidepressants that are supposed to be blocking the serotonin behavior up here, when in fact the gut is why they're out of serotonin. And so that depressive kind of quality that sneaks in, that then just asks for some sort of drug-like experience to stimulate the reward pathway with that lack of serotonin and dopamine. We're looking for the food more and more. We look to sex initially, but then the pattern is typically sex drive goes down further and further as depression increases, as sleep disorders increase, and so we replace that kind of sex drug effect with food drug effect, and then we end up in this very base state of isolation where now all that matters is sheltering ourselves away from external stressors long enough to get to the next meal to get another surge of dopamine so that we can have a little bit of reprieve from the depression. And that cycle continues, and then of course we have self-loathing about that behavior and all of that needs to be taken away when we realize if we take the microbiota, the bacterial and kind of whole microbiome kingdom that we talked about, from an obese human subject, and we put it into a mouse who's in a controlled setting, no external stressors, normal daily routines, normal calorie intake, within a month that mouse is obese. So what that tells us is that the microbiome in its damage starts to make us behave a certain way. And it's not that it's forcing a behavior, it's that in its shrinkage of microbiome diversity and its lack of capacity to protect that self-identity at that gut intelligence, gut membrane level, we have collapse of the serotonin dopamine system, and we have collapse of the kind of coping mechanisms around inflammation, and all that snowballs.